Welcome back. We are joined now by Andrew Daniel, a very talented young guitarist, originally from Dallas, but he lives in Cookeville, Texas. Daniel, welcome.
Thank you.
Appreciate your being here. Tell us a little bit about your venture into the land of the guitar.
Well, I started actually with piano at about 5.
5 years old?
5 years old. My mom was a pianist, and I discovered the guitar about 10, and I would take the piano music and arrange it for guitar, and found that I really enjoyed that. And so I was about 10 years old, and I just never stopped.
And your education is?
I went to USC, got my master's from USC in '92.
In guitar?
In guitar performance.
Wow, and since then you've been doing what?
Mostly toured for about 8 or 10 years around Europe, and then decided a couple years ago to move back to Texas, settle down, have a family.
Did you tour as a solo artist?
Soloist. I played with orchestras around Europe and some in the States. Played with Dallas Symphony, people like that. So.
And what is your favorite kind of music on the guitar?
Probably contemporary music, 20th century, the modern music, although I do like to play Baroque music very much, the Bach and Handel and this. And the romantic music, of course, works very well on guitar. So.
And you're teaching now as well?
I'm teaching at Northeast Texas, and I have a lot of private students on top of that. Outside the college, I teach composition, theory, guitar, music appreciation.
Tell us about your European tours. Where did you go? And
I lived in Hamburg, so I toured mostly northern Germany, southern Sweden, most of the year, although I played a lot in the south too, in Spain, Italy, and just all over the place, just wherever I could find. So.
Now, guitar can be one of the most romantic instruments.
It is. It's a very intimate, delicate instrument, very passionate.
But it can also be one of the most ribald of all
that's right.
instruments.
Good thing about guitar, it's universal. You can play so many different styles, and I do play a lot of other styles besides classical music. Play jazz, some rock, country. A lot of my students, of course, want to learn, all kinds of new music, and so I'm learning that as well. Teaching them this kind of music. But I like playing the classical the most.
What's more rewarding, playing or teaching?
I don't know. I think they're so different. I really like the performing. And the teaching, I have some really just prize students, and they're wonderful to teach. So it's a good balance.
Mm. Well, you're still very young, so you've got a lot of guitar playing ahead of you.
I think so.
Tell me what you're going to play for us today.
I'll play a piece by Villa-Lobos. He's a Brazilian composer. It's the first prelude based on a Brazilian, or an Inca Indian theme.
Okay, it's the first prelude.
First prelude by Heitor Villa-Lobos. And I'll play probably the most romantic guitar piece ever written by Tárrega. It's called the Recuerdos de la Alhambra.
Okay, I'm going to let you introduce those. Instead of my trying to repeat that. And do you have a jazz piece for us?
Well, I didn't bring that guitar. All guitars are so different. I brought my classical today, so
okay.
maybe I'll come back and do some jazz.
Well, we would love to have you come back. Why don't we get you set up, and you can regale us with some of your favorite classical pieces.
Okay, great.
Andrew Daniel.
This first piece is by Villa-Lobos, Prelude Number 1. This next piece is Recuerdos de Alhambra by Francisco Tárrega. This is Registro by Antonio Laro. This is another piece by Tárrega called Lágrima.
Wow, that's Andrew Daniel. Andrew, thank you very much for being here. We appreciate it. That's very impressive. What a talent. We'll have you back. We want you to come back and visit us.